Alright, so in this video we'll be discussing the scaling formula. Basically, once we identify who is our target market and what kind of a niche market we are going after, how to actually scale our business, how to grow it, what are the important parts of acquiring new customers, and the whole process, basically the customer journey. So again, the first thing is we identify this, and we did this in the previous video, so if you haven't checked it out, please do that. So we help who, so we identified who we are helping to achieve what by doing what. So basically we identified that. So now let's see actually what is the formula, how to actually do that in a scalable way. So this is it, basically. The traffic that we get, the people who are visiting our business, in a funnel, in a page, in a website, or even in our offline business as well. The traffic plus the messaging, the message that we are sending to the users, to the visitors, plus the acquisition funnel. Basically, what is the process of we getting them into the aha moment that we'll be talking in a moment, plus the deal that we provide, what kind of a deal they can get. This results in an actual customer. And we could call this scaling formula, this first part, basically this combination of traffic, messaging, acquisition funnel, and deal, the customer journey. And this is why the funnels are so amazing, because they're exactly targeting the customer journey, and they're following the different steps and giving enough information for the user to get the right decision. In our case, obviously, is to purchase the product if it's a sales funnel, or to leave their information if it's a lead generation type of a funnel. So let's start with the first thing, the traffic. So obviously there is different types of way to get traffic to a funnel, but the most important part is this: targeted customers, targeted traffic. It doesn't matter from what kind of channels you're getting your traffic. It can be all sorts of different things that you can test out, and don't limit yourself to one or two. You can test out at least 3, 4, even why not even all of them, and see which one gets you the best results. But it is that you have the most targeted traffic. So that's why it was so important to identify our niche market and to identify our ideal customer. Best way, of course, if you already have customers, to create a persona, a profile of them, that we can go and find this type of customers. So these are the channels where we can try and find this type of customers. Of course, really depends on what kind of customer and product do you have. So some might be better for social media, some might be better for having affiliate partners, or doing some events. It really depends on what kind of a business do you have. So think of that, think of where you can find this type of a customer that is best for your business and for your product. And then is the messaging. Be personal. So people do not like corporate, you can say bullshit. Speak on their language. Be personal. Talk about solving their problem. Talking about the benefits of using your product or service, no matter what it is. And that's why it is so important to test out different headlines. That's why A/B testing and the funnels are so powerful, for that exact reason. Because you can do A/B testing, you can test out different things, you can try out different images, videos, layouts even, to see which one would convert the most. And then test out different USPs, different unique selling points that you might be portraying inside your funnels, to find what is the best USP, what is the best overall thing that you're trying to sell to them, basically to see to which they respond the best. And use case studies. Case studies and testimonials are so powerful, because when you see somebody has already succeeded, either even if it's a small quote even, or best if it's some kind of a video, that's the best type of testimonials. If you can get this type of testimonial from a customer, from a user, that's perfect, because that shows to those visitors that are visiting your funnels and pages that somebody already used it, they're super happy, they solved their problem. It's a really big conversion booster. And then is the acquisition funnel. Basically, these are the different interaction that the user have with you to become a customer. It's a subscriber if it's a subscription type of funnel. Somebody who lives there, a lead if they leave the information. If it's a lead generation or lead magnet type of funnel, no matter what it is, what kind of steps do you have to put them through, and what type of things they have to see before they get to this aha moment. When is this realization happening? So these are a few things that you have to basically connect with them. So basically doing videos, having some videos is a great way, because it's better way to showcase different things about your product and services. Testimonials, again, very, very important part to have testimonials. Depending on your product, obviously you can have online courses, workshops and webinars. Obviously this is for specific type of customers. One-on-one course is great for lead generation. If you have lead generation, one-on-one course is basically the best way to convert a lead to a customer. So if it is that type of a business, go ahead. Blog and articles, obviously that's the best, really, really great way to get more traffic, to talk about different topics, and then have some call to actions in your articles. And these are ways to basically communicate with your audience, and then pushing them into your funnels for sale or for lead generation, whatever it is, to then start converting them into actual customers, basically to warm them up before you start selling them something. Ebooks, obviously this is great. Lead magnet, that's why lead magnets are so good, because they have something, and the ebook can be again another way to sell them on something. And the deal and the offer, and that's why we're talking about warming them up. When their trust in your pages, in your messaging, in your whole proposition, and don't sell them right away on the product. Talk about the great benefits that they might have of contacting with you, or selling your buying your product, or doing whatever action you want them to take, because nobody would buy something from a stranger on the street if they don't know who you are and so on. So get them into that stage where they're comfortable with you. Obviously you have to do it really fast, and that's why you don't have to you have really limited time. So that's why it is important to be short in your messaging, but giving enough information and to turn them into an actual customer. That's why testimonial is so great, because that shows social proof. It's something that makes them take that decision, and they will buy when they realize that the value of the product is greater than the cost, and obviously they will buy after that. They will pay, and this is the key thing for anything. Anything that you buy basically is the value is greater than the cost of the product. So when they think about, when they realize that this is the case, what is that point when they realize, make this realization, this aha moment, and make sure that they get to that moment as fast as possible, so that you can turn them to an actual customer and make some really sweet deal. And that's why the funnels are so great. And some key elements when doing any type of a deal of any sort is obviously giving free things, free gifts around a specific product that you might be selling, or something like that. So that's why lead magnets are so great, because basically you get something for free. But even if you sell a specific product, having different things as bonuses is a great conversion boosters. Free value from videos or webinars you do, of course, depending on what kind of a product again you have. Trial period, if it is some kind of access to something, a subscription of some sort, because you can do subscription funnels as well. If it's a again, any type of product, 14 or 30-day money back guarantee is an amazing way to get more sales. It's a great conversion booster, because people are secure that no matter if they don't like the product, or if they don't want to use it anymore, they can just get their money back. It's really, really important. Live chat support, really the way for them to be able to contact with you right away, either via Facebook or a specific live chat software, is really very key for any business nowadays, because having a question and being able to get answered in a timely manner, it's priceless. That can definitely have a great impact on your business. A limited time discount, these are the scarcity elements that we'll be discussing in all the funnels, basically countdowns, a limited amount of specific product, or limited attendees to a workshop or webinar. These are all things that, key elements about the deal to make sure that you get the most sales or the most lead generation and leads coming from your funnels. And access to community group channel. Obviously, you can have some kind of building some kind of a community of people who can be interacting on a daily basis, where you can run more campaigns, where you can retain them if they're, for example, subscribers of some sort of service. This is key. Make sure that you create a community, because loyal customers is the best. Referrals from loyal customers is the best way to find new customers. Still to these days, there is no better marketing than referrals, by somebody recommending a specific service of a friend of yours. Just think about it. If a friend of yours recommends you a specific thing, probably that will be the thing that you'll be selecting. Of course, if you have a trust in your friend, but it still is the best basically way, word of mouth and referral. So make a community of happy customers. Don't just have one payment, for example, buying one product and that's it. Try to make them into a community. That's very key. So yeah, that's general things about your customer journey and getting people, basically the scaling formula of any business. That doesn't matter what kind of a business do you have. It's basically having a targeted traffic, getting to your pages, funnels, business, the messaging, what kind of a message, what kind of a thing that you are trying to portray to that visitors, to that traffic. The acquisition funnel, basically the different ways that you engage with them, the different ways that you portray the benefits of your service and product, and obviously the deal, if you're obviously selling something, and even if you're not, basically the deal of the goal, the whole proposition for leaving their email or for purchasing a specific product. Is what is the customer journey about? This is what the funnels are so great about, and because they follow this flow between these different stages of acquiring a customer, and this is what the whole basically academy is about, learning how to do all these things in a very fast and efficient way to scale our business to the highest potential. It doesn't matter how we do it, offline, online, to be able to follow the same steps to the success of the customer and for our success, of course. And that will turn a lot of your traffic into actual customers, into actual leads. This is what the goal is, obviously, about the funnels and pages and websites and anything that we do online. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like it, just let us know. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Use the live chat or use the community to discuss all these things. And as always, we'll be happy to help you out if you have any troubles. And talk to you in the next video about starting to build our funnels finally.